Hello everyone, this is Chador, the UFC commentator for TVN Sports in Korea. We are now joined by the UFC Bantamweight Champion of the World, Algermain Funkmaster Sterling. Hello sir, thanks for doing this interview.
Thanks for having me. How you doing?
Very good, thanks. Hey, actually I'm a big fan of yours. I also listened to the recent appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience. Very inspiring.
Oh, thank you, man. That was nice to get on there because I told him I want to come back after I won the belt, and obviously I won the belt the first time, not the way I wanted it. So after the second one, I was like, okay, Joe, we're going again. We're going up again.
This might be a sensitive question, but back in March 2021, when you won the Bantamweight title, you became the first fighter in the UFC history to win a championship by disqualification. How do you feel about some of the MMA fans not being so happy with the way everything went down?
I think some of the MMA fans, a lot of them actually, are just very uneducated on what it's like when you get in there. I think they just think it's just a fight, which it is, but I don't think they realize the what would you I don't want to say the damage, but it's kind of the damage that we take when we're competing. It's not like we're in there sparring and we got all this protection on. It's literally bone on bone type of action, and there's no padding on the kneecap. There's no padding on my skull. So people can say whatever they want until you've actually been hit with a shot like that from a guy like that who's intentionally trying to finish the fight, because in his words it was a legal knee. He thought I was okay to be kneed.
Mm-hmm.
So why would he not throw the knee maliciously to try to end the fight? He's going to throw as violently as he can, and that's what he did. So for people trying to say I could have continued, yeah, if I was given my 5 minutes in the entire 5 minutes, maybe I could have continued. Does it mean it was smart? No. Would it have been better for me? No. But it would have been better for the fans to say, oh, he's a tough guy. Great, you're tough. I mean, that doesn't get me paid. It doesn't get me any type of awards. And at the end of the day, I'm in this for the long haul. I don't want to be in this fight for not this fight, this sport for such a short amount of time, because I'm trying to prove that how tough I am with every single fight. There's a moment in time where you want to be tough, and there's a time where you just got to be smart. And that moment, I'm glad the doctors took it out of my hands and looked out for my safety and said that I was not fit to continue, because honestly, I wasn't.
Right. And I mean, you made a statement on your second fight against Fedor Yan. That must have been a great feeling.
100%. 13 months of him talking crap, 13 months of the fans talking crap, the ones that were supporting me, and then all of a sudden they turn their backs that easily. And it kind of shows you like how this game could quickly change and how people can quickly change their viewpoint on you outside of the ones you love and that actually know you back home. And even some of my teammates, I felt like I was being viewed a little bit different in the gym.
Ah.
Um, you could kind of feel the energy. You don't even need to have words, and people can say whatever they want, but you kind of get a sense and a feeling of how everyone is kind of acting around you. So it was very it was a great moment for me to kind of get that monkey off my back and to remind the world who I am and what I'm capable of doing. I didn't get here by accident. I didn't get a handout to fight for a world title. I had to fight the best guys. I beat 3 top 5 guys in a row to get an opportunity to fight for the belt to begin with. So if you're trying to say you think I'm an actor, then what about these other guys that I've beaten? You know what I mean? So you kind of discredit them by saying what you're saying about me. So I'm just glad I got to right the ship, and I didn't care if I won or lost. For me, it was more so about the performance. I was like, if I have a good performance and I could live with it, that's all I need. Anything is possible if you truly do believe in yourself and you put yourself in the right position. You have the right mindset. You can come out on top. You can defy the odds. And at the end of the day, you got to count on yourself, because when no one is there to count on you, you know what I mean? So
Wow.
that's pretty much was the mentality going into that fight. Obviously, I had my teammates and things like that, but they can't fight for you. You go out there and you got to make sure you've done all the work and make sure that you're well prepared so that you could go out there and as best as you can get your hand raised.
Wow, that is very wise of you. Spoken like a true champion. Now, your second title defense against TJ Dillashaw is being held at UFC 280, which is now about 3 weeks away. How are you feeling about that fight?
I feel good. I mean, you never feel good about the unknown, but that's why we compete. You know, it's always that factor of, did you do enough work? Are you training hard enough? Are you getting enough rest? Did you recover enough today? How hard should you push today? So, you know, I feel like I'm doing all the right things, but you never know until you actually get in there, you know? I know TJ's one to cut corners. I wouldn't be surprised if he's trying to figure out a way to do that now and paying off doctors and things like that to try to just fiddle with his blood work and things like that. But I've made peace with that decision that I'm getting in there knowing that the playing field might not be level, but I'm going to give him the best that I got, and hopefully that's enough. And at the end of the day, if he's cheating, only him and God will know that. For me, it's just I know what I'm doing, and I'm putting in hard work, and if it's enough to win, then it's my night. If it's not, then it wasn't meant to be.
I mean, the thing that you mentioned, the big controversy around his career, even though he is a great fighter, but does that bother you at all?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, personally, I feel like people that are on PEDs in this kind of combat sport should be arrested. They should do jail time. You're legitimately causing bodily harm to people in an unfair advantage. It's I don't know, man. It's not right. And I think him getting a 2-year suspension, then getting all his surgeries taken care of and coming back, and then he made all his money already. So it's kind of like, well, okay, you know, this guy's been like that for years and people have been talking about it. And this is the first time he's going to say, what he's going to say is, oh, they tested all my other samples, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, TJ, your teammates are the ones that said you've been doing this for years. So
Right.
Are they lying again, or are you lying again? You know, so we could play pretend as much as we want. It does bother me, but again, when my body is holding up when I'm 70, 80 years old and his is all decrepit and broken up, that's something he's got to live with and understand that those are the choices that he decided to make, not knowing what it's going to do to his body later on in life. So I'm okay. I'm at peace with what I'm doing and what I'm bringing to the octagon, and hopefully it's enough. So far, it's been enough for me to become a world champion, and I think it'll be enough for me to defend a belt on October 22nd.
Ooh, many fans, including myself, are really excited to see the clash between you two. And finally, any words to the Korean fans who will be watching this?
One of my roommates are actually Korean. One of my
Oh,
teammates.
no
and
way.
roommates. Yeah, he's South Korean. He speaks a little bit. He understands it more than he can speak it. But yeah, I mean, I just appreciate all the fans around the world for tuning in, and this is going to be a great opportunity for me to show the world that I am still the #1 guy in this division, and I'm going to be here for many, many more years to come as long as I want to stay on top. This is a fight matchup that people don't want to miss. TJ brings the pressure. I'm going to bring a different type of pace, and I'm going to bring the funk. That's what I always do, and I can't wait to mix it up with him. And hopefully I snatch his neck up and send him home packing.
Truly excited for you, sir. Thank you for your time. Algermain Sterling, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Nothing can hold me in. Charles Tupac Oliveira, 11 in a row. This guy's playing the game at a different level. Islam Makhachev. This guy is feared. Nobody wants to fight him. He's so talented. There is a new king at 135 pounds. But these are two of the best in the world, and they put it all on the line tonight. You want to talk about two of the best strikers, not only in the bantamweight division, but in all of the UFC. Two undisputed titles on the line. This pay-per-view is wild.